I want you to take a moment and think about the most common challenges that you're facing in your team right now. If you're anything like the overwhelming majority of businesses that we work with, you're asking a series of questions like, how do I make my team more innovative? And how do I drive collaboration in my business? And how do I improve the value proposition of my products and services? And how do I improve leadership in my business? And how do I improve culture in my organization? And I would put it to you that all of these are behavior change challenges. Innovation is a behavior. You're either doing it or you're not. Collaboration is a behavior. You're either doing it or you're not. Good leadership is a series of behaviors. You're either exhibiting them or you're not. And culture is just a series of behaviors. Culture is our shorthand description of how people act from moment to moment. It's our way of summarizing behavior. That is, all problems are behavior change problems. And that's why what leadership and management and business is really about is becoming agents of behavior change inside the organization. We need to develop critical disciplines to allow us as leaders, whether we be the CEO or the CFO or a senior management or line management or a team leader, we need to develop our skills and disciplines around being able to influence the way people think, act, and buy. And that is a discipline of behavior change. And so what we do in conversations about Changenomics, which is our model for making change happen, is we look at behavior change from three different angles. Number one is we unpack a model and a framework that we can all use to understand human behavior differently. We are curious creatures as people bumping around the world moment to moment. And the types of behavior that we engage with are predictable, including the things we do well and the things we do poorly. And so increasing our understanding of models of human behavior is of critical importance to people who want to be a good manager, a good leader, or a good innovator. Number two is we need to take what we understand about behavior change and push it through the 5 human responses to change. It's notable that the overwhelming majority of change effort inside businesses fail. The most common place to end up in embarking on a change program is actually back where you started. And that's because we have predictable and often resistant responses to change. And it doesn't matter how much change you've done in your life. If I asked you at the start of a presentation to change seats, you'd get annoyed at me, let alone asking you to change a company underneath you. And so we need to get super real about the 5 responses we can have to change between denial and resistance and adaptation and leverage and direction, these 5 unique responses, so we can really understand the territory we're going to be playing on when we try to get people to change their behavior. And thirdly, we've got to learn to manage it. Each one of those 5 different responses to change admits of a different approach to management, a different approach to coaching, a different approach to peer-to-peer conversations, a different approach to organizational design. We need to gear our management styles, practices, and processes towards the types of behavior that we're going to see in organizations as we try to make people change. And when you zoom out on that and you start to develop a framework that links a model for behavior change to the most common responses to change that we see, towards management practices that link to those things, there we have an ability to change any organization, anytime, anywhere. And that's what Changenomics is, a flexible and portable approach to changing the way our teams and our customers think, act, and buy. And that's what we've been doing for the last 13 years as we've built behavior change programs all around the world. And it would be a true pleasure to come and spend some time talking about that with you and your team.